he turned out, and it's
crowded,
super tight,
yeah.
and he kind of turned back, and it's just tough, man.
That is super narrow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
tough.
narrower than Gateway.
A lot of development. I know we talked about the 12 last week, and I was a little critical of them. They had a great week this week, but nonetheless, man, it was tough to swallow. There was a lot of talk on TV about them changing Jackman to Patrick Gray. Pat Gray is one of my best friends. I pitted with him, won Xfinity Championships, won a couple Coke 600s with him, won Daytona 500 with him. He's one of the best humans that ever lived. He got put on the 12 to Jack. He was on the 2 car for the last bunch of years, then he was on the 21 this year. Awesome guy, exactly what the 12 car needs. A glue guy, culture guy, supremely talented Jackman, just somebody that could go there and make a difference right away. And Thursday in their practice, kind of at the end of practice, they were doing some extra reps and blew out his knee. So just think about what the 12 team's gone through, and they make that shift, and then they have a gigantic injury, a big setback. So
they just look at the depth chart. Okay,
so
we got to move this Jackman from a front row team over.
So they retained Graham Stoddard, which sounded like last year Graham was kind of the outs looking in, and Graham is the guy who, and this will put it in context for the NASCAR fans. If you remember Phoenix 2024, Graham actually had to come out of the race. Pat Gray went into the race from the 2 car to the 22, won the championship. So absolute dog of the century. Graham has won a couple championships as well. Graham is a guy that's won a bunch of races, but he got hurt, got injured, came back, didn't really have a spot to go back into, so he's filling in on the 4 car. And he went on the 12 this weekend, and they had a great day on pit road. Now, they did have a crash leaving the pit box. Whose fault is that?
Hassler's fault.
You would put that on Hassler? Yeah, that's tough.
Because you can't see him coming. As a driver, you don't know where guys behind you are coming to pit. You rely solely on either the spotter or the crew chief to clear you out. Clear one, clear. Whoa.
Now, how much of that would be considered Timmy's job, the spotter?
100% the crew chief's job to clear him out of the box.
Well, there you have it. So back to Pat Gray for a minute. You know, it's a complete bummer that Pat's injured. I talked to him yesterday for a little bit. He's got a great outlook on life. He's like, I'm done with the pity party. It's comeback season. I'm going to come back stronger than how I left off. So he's got a little bit of a road to recovery, but he's going to come back and be stronger and be a bigger asset, I think, for that Penske organization. So really bummed for the situation, but excited for his attitude, and I wish more people in the world were more like Pat Gray. So excited to see his comeback journey. And I was happy to see, contrary to what everybody thinks, I was really happy to see the 12 car have a good week as well. Like, I want to see those guys succeed. They're a lot of my good friends. What do we got here? We got 54 O'Reilly's car front changer helmet camera here.
Oh.
You couldn't see it on the helmet camera, but you can feel it. Caleb Hoff been changing tires. Oh, no, that's Kyle Power on the 54.
Is it?
That's Kyle Power. Absolute stud.
Good thing that was a front.
That happens more often than you think. Like, you hit the 5th one on the ground, especially if you're pushing it, middle of the race. If you leave that lug nut off at the end of the race, you'll lose your pit stall selection for the next week. So you want to make sure you have all 20 installed.
I got it.
Kyle Power, he's probably done over 1,000 NASCAR races in his life. He's an absolute stud. That's a thug move. The worst is on single lug nut cup stuff. When it's loose and you stay on there, you'll see guys get drug out of the pit box. But my rule on single nut is if that left front's leaving loose, you better be going with it. Yeah, that's cool. They got that on
just
helmet
a bunch
cam.
of dogs up and down pit road like we talk about each and every week.
No trucks this week at
are off
Talladega.
again. I like a little 2-week break.
Who's your pick? I'm putting my guy Raja. I think Raja had a great race in Atlanta. He learned a lot. I think Raja kid.
Raja gave us a question this morning.
What was it?
I'll pull it up.
Let's hear it, Raj. We got some penny for your thoughts questions from none other than Raja Kirby Karoof. Most satisfying part of the journey so far?
Personal relationships for me. Obviously, winning is great, but I'm to the point of my career where everybody where we started is in different places and doing different things. And now we all lean on each other with our experiences, and we all help each other towards what we're working on in life. So the personal relationships, there's so many good people in the garage. That's the most satisfying part of the journey. Now, when I think about competition side, the most satisfying part was 2023 when we all worked together and won the championship, and you see the fruits of your labor, getting in the trenches and being there each and every day looking for hundredths of a second, right? And then finding that and applying that at the racetrack. When I'm in Raja's stage of the journey, being in the trenches, the most satisfying part of the journey.
That's where the honey is. That's the hard, but that is also the least exciting part when you're doing it.
Oh, but when you get addicted to it, man, it's the best.
Well, because when you see, because there's also situations where there are certain guys on Sunday doing it now. It's when you get it to where the snowball's up against you and you have a headwind, when the harder you work, you don't see it. That's when it gets tough, whether it's life in general, right? You feel like you're doing all the right things and it's still up against you. But then when you get that breakthrough and a couple wins and some pennies stacked, that's where the satisfaction comes from. And I've been having a lot of conversations with some buddies the last week or two on that. It's like, I think the overall satisfaction in life comes from consistently doing the right thing, even though it's not what you want to do. Whether that's with your kids or with your buddies or with your business or with your career, consistently doing the right thing, even though it's potentially what you necessarily don't want to do or what you feel like doing, that's some satisfaction in that as well.